En nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. Amén.
Now your mouth is sanitized.
Oh, it went in my mouth.
Yo.
Remember that my English is not very good looking, but I am very glad to say that. Enjoy the show.
So what's up? Want to welcome y'all to the very first episode, podcast, video, listening, clip thing of us coming together. This is GPS, where you at, God, people, self, and just welcome y'all together. Everybody's on. Bunch of different personalities in the room, and so we don't know what's gonna come out of this, but Jesus will show up and help us out. Cause
I hope he does.
facts.
We need a lot of help.
So we could go around just real quick because it's episode 1. The idea came about because, we were kind of tossing a bunch of ideas back and forth. First of all, everybody's quarantined and stuff, and so we're like, man, we got to find ways to kind of come together. Most people's schedules have been canceled out, and we were just like, hey, well, look, we have an opportunity now to do something different, meet people in a different place, and we were just brainstorming what would this look like. And so we came from different places, and we were like, we all have our own pathway to getting here, right? So if y'all could just introduce yourself while talking about how you got here to St. Michael's, how you got here in general. Yeah, so whoever wants to jump in, that's y'all. Just go for it.
I can start it off, yeah. So, where am I looking?
It's just us. Yeah, just make it normal. That's it.
Hi, guys. My name is Heidi.
Heidi.
How you say my name before I do? My name is Heidi.
Keep it normal, and I said, look who we're talking about.
Anyway, so, how did I get here? I drove. But no, I grew up in St. Michael's. Contrary to popular belief, I did not follow other people around just for the sake of following them around,
So hashtag you, the show, Netflix, right. That's what they said you are.
Me, no. So, St. Mike's is home. I live farther. I live closer to many other churches, but I always come here. This is my home. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Dope. That's what's up. Just jump in.
So I guess we're just gonna go down the line.
I guess it's ladies first. That's all it is. It's ladies first.
Do my ladies run it?
I'll go last because mine I got a whole complicated way of getting here.
So my name is Vanessa. I grew up in the parish, or as I tried to explain yesterday to Rigo, I started off at St. Malachy's, then started going to St. Michael's School, and all the kids that were in the school there came here for religious ed, and then I kind of just been here ever since. I left the church for a while, and God has a sense of humor and said, come back, and I started working here as the DRE.
And put you in charge.
So, definitely in charge on top of it. So. It was asthma, guys, not coronavirus.
Hold up, yeah.
No, don't lie on me. Coronavirus! Stop. So that's how I'm here, and just working and doing whatever God wants me to do, because apparently what I had planned was not what He wanted. So.
Facts.
What's up, guys? My name is Rigo. How did I get here? I live up the block, so I walked. Vanessa and Heidi, I went to school here. My family wasn't really that religious, so I was in the building, but I wasn't really practicing the faith. So I was about, let's say, 5th grade, 4th grade, even after communion.
That's young, bro. That's
most people, 5th grade. Most people were you're born into a family.
He's only in 6th grade, Brandon. He's only in 6th grade.
I just almost done. No summer school.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was one of those Catholic families that we claim Catholic, but no one was really practicing Catholic.
Yeah.
Went to a youth group here, and then since then I stuck around. So, been 15 years later, I'm still here. So, yeah.
We tried to get rid of him. He ain't going nowhere.
We know you 12. 15 years later.
It's gonna be a long podcast.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Hi, my name is Josue. Like Vanessa, I started off in St. Malachy, and then when it closed down, we merged over here. And I used to just come to church, and that was it. And then my older brother started coming to the youth group here, and then I was like, because he would always look like he was having mad fun. So I'm like, oh, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. And he was like, nah.
Yeah.
So, and then my mother was like, take him. So then we started going together. And then ever since then, I've just been like church group. And then I started like participating more in church group. And then I became, a couple of years later, one of the leaders for the group. And then I started doing CCD. And then I'm also elected. So it was just like one thing after another. And like,
God is like that. Yo, so I noticed like, this priest explained it to me one time. You know how like a tissue box, right? If you take a tissue, facts. That's toilet paper though. Oh, we got some. Hey, y'all better not try and jump through the screen to get ours. You know
Listen, a couple of weeks are gonna be a form of currency, so let's watch out for that.
Nah, so check it. It's like, you know, like the tissue box, like Kleenex box, right? So you know when you take one, what happens?
Another one comes out.
Another one comes out, right? And then you take one and another one comes out, right? It's like, and you know there's another one back. You can't see the one afterwards, but there's another one there, right? So priest explained it to me this one time. It's like, that is how God works. Like, it's just you take one step, and then he has another thing for you, and you like take that step, and you keep going and moving like that, you know? And so Bridget and me, like, that's how I got here, to be real. So I was not growing up Catholic, and it definitely wasn't fifth grade. It wasn't until I was 16 that I started going to youth group.
Also,
so I was
Rigo's age?
Wow.
I don't know how to set up a
That's gonna be the running like joke, like so I didn't grow up in the faith. Yeah, you know, loosely Catholic. We didn't even own a Bible at home, none of that kind of stuff. My drama in high school, parents divorced, trying to help out, do all that kind of thing. I wound up going to Catholic school, not because it was Catholic, but because my mom thought it was a better academic option. But it was ratchet as heck in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? So it was probably worse. So anyway.
They had no metal detectors in there? Yeah, it was
They should have. In fact, they should have.
It's worse. It had no metal detectors. All right.
Yeah, so that but there was like some seeds planted. Anyway, by junior year, I got invited to youth group, and to me, it was just a place to get free pizza, hang out, chill. Facts. Then I like moved forward, graduated from high school. Now there's like more drama happening in my life. I went on some retreats and like some little seeds planted, but now I'm asked to come help out, and I was not like practicing or like doing that at all. Lead from there. Next thing you know, I start being in charge of this thing, that thing, the third thing, like kind of like what you're saying right there. Then all of a sudden, like someone had pointed to me. I'd always been making music. Was like, hey, well, you should do like hip hop for the church. And I was like, that's corny, that's whack. I ain't doing that. Like, it's trash. But God kept tugging at my heart. Eventually, I was like, all right, I'll do this. It led to me traveling, speaking, doing a bunch of things. Met some girls doing confirmation, talked to their parents, everything. I wanted to be in a confirmation sponsor. She lives on the other side of the country. You know what I'm saying? I had just flown in for a retreat for the weekend. I left that confirmation like, yo, like, this is real. And I quit my job and was like, I got to find a way to do youth ministry full time. And in no shade to the Archdiocese of New York, but youth ministry don't exist. There's no such thing as that position in a parish. And so, yeah, I mean, just being real. And so, anyway, found out Diocese of Brooklyn, was in the parish of Queens for like 3 years. And then a long series of events. They came here, 3 people were hired last year.
Yeah, 3 people.
Three
people.
No, it was 3.
No, it was 2. The G and
Well,
the
technically,
the
if you
P,
want to count,
and then
if
he
you want to
came.
count Sister Nikki,
I don't want to count names. I don't want to say names.
Yeah,
But Nikki
So-
was the year before.
Oh,
So
yeah, okay.
But
Well,
she
there
still
was
counts.
3.
3 in that year.
In transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I knew both of them, but I didn't even know about the position. Anyway, the last one that was here, someone I don't say I grew up with, but like I've known for a long period of time. And he was in a transition period of his life, got this position. I didn't know. I met up with him a few days later. He was like, hey, can we chill? And he was like, hey, man, I'm leaving. And I'm like, word? Why? As he says that, I get a text from the head of the diocese here like, hey, you should email Father Brendan. And I'm like, yo, is this the parish you talk about? He's like, yeah. Would you feel some type of way? Nah, you be perfect. All right, cool. And yeah, so then she emails me. Like the next day, I happen to be at an event. And like, I get off the stage. And she's like, hey, I'm Vanessa. And I'm like, hi, Vanessa.
Which I didn't even know he was going to be at that event. Like, it just so happened I was going.
She had Heidi syndrome. She was,
Wow.
Heidi syndrome, hashtag.
No.
I was going to see
First t-shirt.
Father K.
It's the first t-shirt.
Yo, what is Heidi syndrome?
The following. The stalking. Forget it. That's it.
I got a lot of things going on, sis.
I was going to
thinking
see
that
Father
thing.
K. And he was performing, and
yeah. So anyway, it was just like, hey, well, I'm the person who emailed you this morning. I'm like, oh, what's up? Anyway,
That is mad
long series of
stalkery.
That's a little
long series of
that's
events.
suspicious, but that's not like.
But that's
It
how the
happened.
Diocese of Brooklyn is,
No, I'm
though.
saying the
It's
fact
like,
that-
Yeah, it was just connected, and it just happened to be
was
like
gonna
that.
be there. It was like they had a whole like youth night outdoors, and they had like
it was the
bouncy
concert.
houses.
Yeah, it was-
They had the bouncy houses. They had the food and everything. So I was taking Soraya. Sally was like, "Oh, bring Soraya, whatever." So I went and I saw all these people I knew, and then when they said his name, I was like,
Wait.
so I looked at my email. I was like, "Wait, isn't this the same kid that I just finished emailing?" And I was like, "Hey, so."
Yeah, and I wound up here. So, and it's been dope these months that I've been here. So I feel like God was directing that path. Yeah, so cool. All right, let's pause there because we need to transition to a segment, I think, at that point, right?
Oh,
so
we're
I
not
can
gonna
cut
pray?
it. Oh, yeah.
Opening segment. Dude, am I the only
Yo,
one remembers
that
the
is
order?
the best transition.
So let's pray.
And Brandon took notes.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Everybody took notes.
I told you I don't do good with that
Yo,
stuff.
that was the shadiest transition ever. So we not gonna pray.
We're not gonna pray. Like we
So
did
you know
this
what,
whole
Rigo?
meeting
You
yesterday.
can pray.
That's
Lead us in
bad.
prayer.
Yeah, this whole meeting
Open this.
yesterday.
You right. You right.
Don't even cut at this
I
point.
don't know what's going on, so I'm here for the ride.
Okay. Yeah, Rigo, lead us in prayer, bro.
In the name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
God, I want to thank you for allowing us to be here today. And amidst of all of what's happening in the outside world, may we be here, us five, for the next 45 minutes, just trying to bring a positive message to those out here hearing us. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
All right, cool.
It's time
What's wrong here?
All right, so we just talked about how we're all connected, right? How we all got here, right? So since the beginning of time, what's connected civilizations has been music. Every civilization ever has some form of music. On that note, what?
Do we need to fact check that?
This is how random.
It's already time.
That's how random, right? So it's big random topics. So if you're stuck on a deserted island, you're waiting for the ship to come pick you up. You have an iPod. The iPod only has 5 songs on it.
Throwback.
With the
And
spinning
there's a
dial.
circular
The spinning
one.
dial.
Shuffle.
Wait,
The
is it a
shuffle.
nano or a shuffle? Because you
shuffle.
can't see what songs
We'll do a
are.
nano. We'll do a nano. We'll do a touch. But yeah, we'll do a
We
touch.
could play games on that.
No, it just has the music on it, sweetie.
no.
Like, it has the music on. You have never touched it.
5 songs.
5 songs.
5 songs.
Is on the iPod Nano. What are your 5 songs while you're waiting for the boat to come pick you up?
The boat.
The boat is picking us up. I thought we were just stranded.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're waiting
Yola.
for. You're waiting
Let me
for.
drop
That
it.
sounds like a Latino joke, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what's the why word?
Y'all know what the Yola is? It's the boat that brings the Dominicans to Puerto Rico so that they could get U.S. citizenship.
Yeah, there's a
And
lot
it's
of
made out of
a lot
toilet
of them
paper.
over there. It's made out of toilet
Que lo que.
So what's 5 songs? And I feel like this would tell us a little bit more about how our personalities. Your music
So
tells
yeah,
you who you are.
whoever wants to jump in knows what they
I don't
got.
know. So for me, I'm thinking songs that I normally go to during different times. And if I'm stranded on an island, that means I need like a little bit of like everything, right? So for me, automatically my first song is like Marc Anthony Preciosa, because that's about Puerto Rico. Like it just talks about how much I love Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And if you know me, I don't think there's anyone more Puerto Rican than me, you know? Another song is Aventura, Amor de Madre, right? A mother's love, which we're always talking about. That's me. Lately, the new Bad Bunny album, the La Santa, that song has been stuck in my head. Like, so that one's just there. One worship song would be like, How Great Is Our God. I don't know. I just really love that song. Cool. And the last one is like Rascal Flatts, What Hurts the Most. Like that song has just gotten me through some really dark times.
Girl.
Country? Damn.
Yeah. Rascal Flatts.
Life is a highway. Like, yeah, Vanessa, no.
No.
That car song? Come on, son.
I don't even know what that is. So.
Well, now y'all can listen to it later. And then,
Nah, country makes my ears bleed.
Yeah,
that's how I was.
I can respect some songs, like the Carrie Underwood one where she messed up his car. That's my song.
Hold up.
That was my gangster.
Wait a minute.
So,
yes, you have to look it up.
So look, he cheated on her. So it's all about how she messed up his car, and she's like, I slashed the tires. She cheated. It's a great song.
It is
Yeah,
a great
y'all
song.
need Jesus.
No, to self. Nah, listen to country ever.
All right. Josue, you got songs, man?
All right. So
Even if you know a couple of them, I think that'll help us out.
So like Vanessa said, I need like a good mixture. So like I need that típico. So Fefita la Grande, Babo Blay.
That's cheating. Those songs are like 15 minutes long.
Dímelo.
You can put on literally the whole time you waiting.
You're like a whole day on the same song.
Right. You know what workout that is? I want to be on the island with you.
Word.
Okay, so boom, go.
15 minutes gone already.
That's the whole point. Like you need a good long song.
Like,
I thought of China with Osuna and them.
And Anuel AA, no?
Yeah. Double A.
AA.
No, it's
Anuel AA.
No, it's Anuel Double A.
AA. Double A.
Anyway.
Continue.
I forgot the rest. Oh, a worship song would be Oceans, because that always touches me.
Another.
Well, you sitting on the island, listen, take me deeper. You don't want to drown me.
Another 15-minute song.
Okay.
That's 15
We don't have
minutes.
thoughts like
Oceans go hard, though. It does. Yeah.
It does. In Spanish, too.
And Sicko Mode.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
You're going to get
Jesus.
mad shit on the
Escalated.
island.
Like, quick.
Like,
Sicko mode.
Sicko mode.
That's the only four I could think of as of right now. I can't get the fifth one. But they're
Well,
all
their
pretty
first song
long.
counts for like
3
10.
songs, yo.
Right, and then Sicko Mode is long. Like, they're all pretty long songs. So
That's
it's
already
like,
an
I feel like you just went and looked at the longest songs that you had and just was like, yeah, I'll take these.
I'm like, which one I know I can vibe to, and that lasts is a while. Like, you need one of those. Like, you need something to, like,
That's why he only came up with
fulfill
4.
you. And then, like, Fefita, like, just,
That's what
Yes.
that took up the whole 24 hours.
right. I'm gonna be dancing on the beach, so we lit.
Exactly.
You got to take a coconut to start.
Right.
Alright, so boom, I'm gonna give y'all my songs. So I also put Fefita on mine because she's popping. Hello. I was gonna put another típico, which is 15 minutes long actually, but then I was like, we gotta do it for the ladies. So Fefita la Grande, La Chiflera. Hello, because in her song she's like, why can the men sing it but the women can't? So she did it. Then, my favorite Aventura song of all time is La Tormenta.
Our life.
So so I was, when I made the list, I was like, damn, this has like a water theme to it. So La Tormenta is like the storm. So it's raining. I hope it doesn't rain on the island because I'm gonna be upset. And then I put Sumérgeme, which is it's like a Spanish worship song, and it's like Submerge Me. I don't know, but that's my favorite.
I think
Y'all trying to drown on this island.
Yeah,
Between y'all two,
I'm like-
I'll make sure I'm on a different island so I can survive.
But he'd be like, submerge me in the river of your
They
spirit.
be the ones trying to make the raft trying to get off by
Lord,
themselves. Like, nah, man.
Lord. So, and that's also a very long song, but like, I could sing it for hours, so it's great. And then it's just like Jesus mode. I want to cry. And then I put Before I Let Go, Beyonce's Homecoming album, because she is the queen.
I thought Cardi was
Hate
queen.
on it.
Beyonce.
Of the Bronx, sweetie.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I really.
What's Jennifer Lopez
I know
then?
I didn't put no Cardi on
What's
because
Jennifer Lopez then?
I don't know.
Jenny from the
mayor,
block.
qué sé yo.
I don't know.
She's Jenny from the block. She's still on the block. God, she's in the Hamptons now. Anyway, and then what's my last one? Oh, Te Boté by Bad Bunny and
After
Friends.
she finished drowning and everything, she
Yeah, so it's just like, Te Boté at my old life because now we stuck on this island dancing with coconuts.
She got like a whole like.
It's like it's an emotional
she
roller
put a
coaster
lot of
as much
That was
as
a lot of
my
thought
life.
put into that. That was definitely a lot of.
There's a lot of issues put into that, but that's another conversation.
Watch your mouth.
Me. All right. So I know for a fact. Number one would be Until the End of Time, Tupac. There was a time, literally like in 7th grade, like I did not leave my house without listening to that song. Like I said I was gonna tap that whole last verse on my back because it's just like that whole verse is real.
Did it ever happen?
Yeah, no. I
You
might
said
get there
and I
one
was
day.
like, wait, what?
Definitely, especially like the last couple lines. Anyway, yeah, like that. Like if you listen to that, be like, oh, you be looking at me like I'm so radical. Listen to that song, you'll put it together. It makes sense.
What I conceive, closer to achieve. In times of danger, don't freeze. Time to be a G.
So I'm not staring through my review. Until the End of Time. Next one would be because I was thinking like, okay, I'm stranded here, right? So I need a little bit of like
everything.
What's gonna take me to that mood, right? So like the motivation, that's that one, right? Y'all threw like worship, whatever. My main one will probably be Here Is in Heaven, Elevation Worship, maybe. Then I need something because I need something to kind of like hype me up, amp me up. I'm still gonna be like, I got nothing to do, so I might as well just like go do pull-ups from the trees or something.
That's what I was
you know what I'm
thinking.
saying?
It's
So,
it's a workout típico
Tarzan.
party.
so I would probably put 2 there. I need something like DMX, like I don't even know what song. I need like something like that, and probably Not Today, Satan, KB. And then my last one probably be another worship song. I'll probably do Even When It Hurts, Hillsong. Boom.
Damn, that's
Good.
a good one.
That's
And that's a good island song.
So,
Even when
how is that an island?
I don't know, because you stranded,
even
just
that hurts. Are you missing all your loved ones? Like
Yeah,
like-
that should cry. That should cry.
that shit in your bag
Booger
jam.
snot,
That's
like
too
more.
many-
That's the
That's
one you
in your
sit
bag
in the
jam.
water so you don't look like you're actually crying.
Yeah.
That's smart, Vanessa. Let's cry in the water.
Salt water.
Just don't drown.
Yeah, for real.
You're gonna get dehydrated, Mac. There's no like water to drink. You're in the ocean.
She
You're gonna get
pointed-
dehydrated like 20 minutes,
She
bro.
pointed to submerge me. Like I gotta submerge myself first.
I guess for me, the first one would be "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John. What?
Yeah, that was bad random.
I'm still after everything. I'm still here. So
Okay.
I just want to say thank you, God, for keeping thoughts in my head. Continue.
I had to write this down. Numb/Encore by Jay-Z and Linkin Park.
That's dope.
No Role Models by J. Cole.
Yeah.
I guess we had a worship song. It'll be He Will Carry Me by Mark. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but I know his first name is Mark. And the last one, I don't know. Probably I couldn't really think of a last one. I was gonna pick Eminem, but then, as you say it, you start thinking.
Bro.
What?
It has to be Eminem.
I was gonna say the real Slim Shady, but I'm like, that's too crazy. Like,
You on an island by yourself.
I might start like talking to myself, like having a whole conversation.
You're gonna be talking to yourself anyway. You're on an island by yourself.
Then I guess the real Slim Shady. Then
We're gonna have a problem here.
Can we make this actual playlist?
That would be like, we could.
the
I got Apple
GPS
Music.
playlist.
I got Apple Music.
This would be like
I
a
remember the
Text
song,
me, text
so-
me.
schizophrenic playlist. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
fine. It's fine.
Real Slim Shady, please stand up. For real.
Yo, let's make it happen. So welcome to Heidi's Hood Tales. Because I live in the projects, so I got a lot of hood tales apparently, and it's great alliteration with my name. By the way, I don't know what's going on. I just been thrown into this. I don't know. I feel like this is my YouTube channel, you know. Anyway.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please
Welcome
subscribe.
back.
Turn on your post notifications.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Y'all can do that anyway, though. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
Make sure you click down here to subscribe to that.
So I don't really have a hood tale for today.
Yo, why don't you just tell us like a story from Applebee's? You know how many times you've been at Applebee's and
listen, we seen it all.
I got bad stories at Applebee's.
so
I just-
let's disclaimer. We go to the worst
have a good
Applebee's.
story at Applebee's.
We go to the worst. We go to the one in Gateway.
When it first opened. So,
Now we went that first day it opened.
Yo, their employees were not trained in how to talk to people. That's number one.
They work in the hood. It don't matter.
Right.
It don't matter how
And
they talk to
then
people.
They want to charge somebody like double or triple, and I mean.
Didn't
You
that happen
play-
to me one time?
Yes.
At TGI Fridays though.
Ah.
But
No, there
when
was
you play
another
with hood
time.
people money, it don't go well. So, yeah, there was like entrees thrown, appetizers not ate, and
Wait, you threw the food back at them and they.
I didn't throw nothing. We were just watching.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a great show. We had dinner in the show. We were with the family.
Complimentary
To be
show.
honest, but the time we go doesn't help either because every time we go it's always like 10:30
It's
at
always
night
something,
on a
yeah.
Friday or something like that. It was mixy already.
It was great. I loved it. The guy actually like left and the employee ran after him and then he started beating him outside.
Oh.
This is in East
Catch
New
me
York.
outside.
So-
How about that?
You know what I was thinking about the other day?
But we saw him the week after, so he didn't get fired.
He didn't get fired.
He got beat up, though.
Yeah, no, he got smoked.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The time the couple was arguing behind us,
I don't remember that.
there was a whole couple arguing behind us and they didn't order nothing, they just came in and sat down.
Oh my God, the crazy one.
Yeah.
It was a white girl. And were you there? No, were you there?
No, I don't think he was there.
No, it was me, you, and Yaya.
Yeah.
After group.
Shout out.
That's what we do. We go to Applebee's, you know.
Okay.
And-
Make sure we don't get jumped. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So then, I don't know. Listen, there was just some weird behavior going on between those two individuals. It was like this boy with dreads, and then the girl also had dreads, I think. I don't know. And so what had happened was that they were arguing, and he was like, "I'm gonna call your mother. I'm gonna tell her what you doing out here. This is that." And she was like, "Fine, call her." I called your mother, and it was just so awkward.
And I was there trying to eat.
They were slamming stuff. They walked out, and we were watching them from the window. Like, it was great. It was
And they
awkward.
started fighting from the window. And then we had the Wild Buddies server, like, oh, I have the right to refuse service.
Yeah, and then it's that man. I've seen that man like 4 times at this Applebee's, and every time it's his first day. That's how he make his tips.
That's a disclaimer.
That's
That's
how
it.
he makes his
His
tips,
tips.
bro. He be like, it's my first day here.
So if he
blah,
messes
blah.
up, you feel bad for him.
Yeah, that's
And you
smooth.
still tip him. Get out of here. The second time I looked at him, I'm like, Raul, come on.
Damn.
We know.
She remember his name.
I don't think it was Raul. It was like Roberto or something. But whatever. He was mad body. But yeah.
Wow.
Any more tales from the hood? I feel like
Tales from
the BJ's ethnic section is gone.
Well, everything is gone.
BJ's
First of
Wait,
all.
you just said the beach ethnic session?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Gateway.
so
but like,
adobo is missing. You know what I'm saying?
no,
Like,
there's no rice, there's no beans, there's no adobo.
Just
You're right.
kale.
You know
You know
what
what
I'm
there was?
Just fail.
hey, don't front on kale, man. Kale go hard.
Kale, string beans.
Thank you. Thank you, Jose.
You gotta cook it though for it to be good.
Nah, kale salad is
You
good,
can't-
and kale chips are good.
No.
Hey,
It's
You be
like
the
one of
type
those,
to
like,
eat seaweed chips.
Yeah,
too.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
seaweed chips is good.
seaweed chips.
Yeah.
Seaweed in food is good. Seaweed chips are
We
not
gonna
good.
send you back to the ocean.
Yeah, SpongeBob loving. All right.
SpongeBob.
Out here in the kelp forest, like, oh, this is
Hey man, you gotta try a bunch of different things. I grew up. You try all of it. I'm cool with arroz con gandules, and
You said that really nice.
you know what I'm saying. Thank you. See,
Good
I could
job.
put the accent on.
That's nice.
You know what I'm saying. I don't know how
You can
to
have
get
full
a conversation.
What are you again?
I am
happy.
technically Puerto Rican Dominican. My mom's side Puerto Rican, my father's side Dominican. Both of my parents were born here. On my mom's side, my grandmother was born here, and my grandfather moved here when he was like 8 or something like that. And on my father's side, my Dominican side is just ratchet as heck. So my pops like distanced himself from them, and then my parents divorced and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I'm American, like you know what I'm saying. I'm a Bronxite. I'm a New Yorkian.
New Yorkian.
You know what I'm saying?
New Yorkian?
No, New Yorkian.
New Yorkian.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, I thought about this. Like yo, so my first best friend in not middle school, in elementary school was Korean. My second best friend was Jamaican. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you got a little
that's how I am.
What school you went to
in
that
Harlem.
had Spanish people, Korean people, and Jamaican people inside?
In the Bronx.
No, not in the Bronx, in Harlem.
Oh, okay.
It was an arts program, yeah.
Harlem.
So
That's interesting.
Shout out to Harlem.
yeah, I mean, we want to talk about hood tales. Woo!
So I work in the community now, like in East New York, and I've seen some things, and I'm not gonna disclose where I work, but it's a like community space, and basically
There's only like 3 of them here, so
it's many community spaces, but like you can't really intervene like when the kids are fighting and stuff like that, because like I'm not like their instructor or anything. Like it's just very like hands off kind of. And the other day, this mom came in and ran up on this little boy, and she's like, "How much time you got left on that computer?" And he's like shook, and he's like, 15 minutes. She's like, "Good. In 15 minutes, I'm walking home to your mother, because the next time you put a lighter in my son's face, I'm gonna put your face in the stove." And I was like, I was like, that's abuse. But I couldn't say nothing.
I'm gonna walk you home to your mother. That means this lady's not his mother.
Not his mother.
No, that's not his mother. He put a lighter in her son's face.
Yeah.
And then the little boy was just standing behind his mom. Like, yeah, that's him, mommy. Yeah, that's him.
Get him.
Get him.
Like you do.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Wow. On that note,
Yeah. Heidi's Hood Tales.
welcome to. So just because of time and everything like that, this podcast, the whole reason why we wanted to do it is to show like sometimes like a lot of these like church things, like they're so like they're stale, like they're just like basic. Everything is so dry, and it doesn't like relate to actual people's lives. Definitely can't step in. Most of those things can't step into.
Like kale.
It got shady.
Nah, but like, so like, it's cool that like to see like, cause most people when they look at like, oh, church person, you got to walk around like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's like a light shining behind your head and like doves that float, yeah, something like that. But like, nah, like God shows up in regular daily life, which is the title of this podcast, right? GPS, like where are you at personally in your journey? Where does God show up? Where does God show up in other people? And like even in yourself, in your daily things. Anybody got any last thoughts? Just as we think about the music, we think about just our surroundings and the life that we live. Something that you feel like.
Can I just get my last one out, please?
Go for it.
So with this, pandemic and stuff.
Yeah.
We gotta stay 3 to 6 feet away. But I would like for Rigo
So
to
we
stay. Forget about it. But I would like for Rigo to stay 3 to 6 boroughs away from me, if that's possible. Thank you.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
How do you say? I don't like. Where would
I don't. Pennsylvania. I heard it's nice over there. But you gotta like put the space of the boroughs in between you and I. So Pennsylvania, or you could go down south. It's your choice, but just
Or go to China.
Great.
Yo, they don't got no more.
Mira, tú estabas en japonés.
It's true, actually. I heard theirs is going down.
They're taking down the hospitals over there already.
Yeah.
It's not
Great. It's a great
They
opportunity.
put up a hospital in 10 days and take it down like nothing.
Yeah, like, all right, we're done.
Yeah. So
Like
all right.
Legos.
Mind
Closing
you,
out
they're still
prayer.
working on the Belt Parkway over here.
They're still working on Atlantic, bro. They've been working on Atlantic since like 1991, and it's still not fixed.
So there goes. That's a closing thought. Still working on our lives. We still ain't fixed.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for listening in. This was God People Self GPS. Peace.
Bye.